Alright, well obviously we're not going to follow her, so... Oh. We are. Okay. The Alma.
Watch out for trouble.
Yeah, okay. Got it. I know how to learn spells.
Not this time. I hope you appreciate this.
Was that both of my, lockpick?
Keep your calm.
We totally helped. What on earth? Hey, I know you're one of those cultists. What's going on, pal? Do you want to join? Your lot will be dead soon. I can't. Come on, leave these losers. The crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. All hail, Buffett. Cowardly traitor, I swear the sword of evil you will answer for your betrayal. Dang.
Let me draw the first blood.
Just bounced on us. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Oh no. Get her up. Ouch. Get her up. Get me up. No.
Is always an option.
Ouch. What does this thing do? Free action. You must declare that you're using this feat before you make your attack roll. Thus, effective with the temp. Oh, okay. Sure. Use it. Have fun. Ah, get there. Bro,
There
yo,
are many roads to
Let's-
success.
let's take a hot second. I need these potions. And apparently that bow that I clicked on. What about these guys over here? Get all the goodies. Ooh, nice little scimitar. A scimitar. No, no. Use. Actually, you can probably use these brassiers, right? Boom. Look at that. What are you using? A longbow. How would you like a composite longbow? Or a masterwork longbow? Ooh, burning hands. Nice. Okay, we lived. Let's keep going. Okay, to the third floor. That's 100. It's like 10 gold a pound. Get it. Get them all. Heavy encumbrance. Where's overload equipment loot? And its movement is slowed. Oh no. Whoops. By the way, descending order. Throw it on the ground. Let's go. Cool. Not going backwards. What is this?
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, And I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh!
Well, that was creepy.
What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Mirago. You again, you wench!
I don't think he likes her.
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabras. She must be back to finish what she started.
Something to do with this demon. Chaotic. Hey, demon woman, what's wrong with your face?
How rude! You're one to talk, mortal, with a face that even a mother would loathe. Staunton, sweetie. You're not going to let your friends speak to me like that, are you?
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason my Dresden fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, no, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
Got him.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
This is messed up.
I'll kill you!
Well, we're going. Yeah, can I not go first, please?
You've made your choice.
Get him. Ouch. I need some lay on hands. Bro, chill. You're so eager to go ahead.
I need to concentrate.
We got potions to drink and stuff. Hey, yes. Drink a potion, drink a potion. Man, we are really close to being overloaded again. Might have to start dropping some of that stuff. So there's no way we fail this. Let's go. They're glowing gold. They have to be good people. Oh wait. As soon as you step in the chamber, your vision seems to darken, your knees buckle, you struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with power coming from the stone. Suddenly your head is filled with voices screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening, voices pleading for help. shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. Well, what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Damn, these people are mean.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
Alright, Lon, you're gonna get put on the bench.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves.
Damn.
So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Maybe I don't want to be a hero. Who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily-2 and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
Simply to die. I
And
see
it
what
was
you did
such
there.
a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
Shan't.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
True.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
I don't know why I found this so funny. Oh yeah. Other people died too. They're like, oh, it's terrible. You feel a righteous fury swell within you. How dare this demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with her hooves, a world created by gods and cultivated by mortals. And these cultists, how dare they betray all of the sacred in this world and join forces with the foulest evil? Can they repent and redeem themselves, or they follow the path to evil, the path of no return? The ward still seems to sense your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. What are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
Well, we've been talking here for 20 minutes. Well, it has been happening, but okay. Shut your mouth. You feel a sudden rush of wild rage, and with it comes a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive powers. It was like the power you felt in the Shield Maids when you were confronting Samelek, and now it feels more fully fledged, more conscious. Shut your mouth, filthy scum!
Make me. One of the sweetest spoils of war is gloating over your broken and humiliated enemy. You want to deny me that pleasure?
Succumb to the rage, or reveal the light of heaven, or attack. We will stop you, demon. Attack. Let's see what happens if we use the rage this time. Oh, you were sick of talking. Why do you listen to her? You can't. You just crush, rip, devour whoever you want. Whatever's in your way. A Melvin roar erupts Biden from your throat.
Hey, are you alright? If you're planning on going berserk, don't forget who's friend and who's foe. There she is. The demon! Go get her!
Succeed at a wilt. Oh. He fell down. You send the troublesome dwarf sprawling to the floor with an elbow to the face. What? The time has passed. The demon, the witch, she must die. The rage bursts free and all you... Oh my god. You want only one thing. To rip Mingaho's horns from her skull and shove them down her throat. Oh, what did we choose?
The time for words has passed.
The power of the abyss courses through the demon waiting to be unleashed. The demon can enter a demonic rage as a free action. The demonic rage lasts until the end of combat. While in demonic rage, the demon gains +2 bonus on attack, damage rolls, caster levels, reflex throws. The DC for all saving throws, demon spells, and abilities increased by 2. Okay, well, we crazy man. And we fatigued. Oh, I can only control myself. Whoa! I care not.
Shall survive this
I'm tired
ordeal.
of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the ward stone? Here's a little demonstration.
Oh, I think we were meant to lose. The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but as nothing compared to what you feel. 1,000 voices once again burst through your mind. You won't break us. We will never give up.
We will never give up. We will not break. We will not run.
It would be a shame if you died without ever surrendering. But honestly, I'll be satisfied no matter what while you die.
Roar versus mentioned whoa! Unbearable wall of screaming. Your visions go dark. Okay.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened? What, did we win? Where am I? Did we win?
Sadly, no.
Oh, shit.
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they are holed up in the Tower of Istrud.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful If you snuck in there and scouted out the situation, but just scouting, don't be a hero.
What's the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Ward Stone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Ward Stone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Why is the Ward Stone so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomade, created personally by her herald, a mighty angel and a general of the Celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss.
Can I help you in any way?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit.
Yeah, the guy that you just said drug me out of here.
Attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Janna Aldori and the Storyteller. Woo.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Alright. Well, thank you. Ooh, what are the goodies we just got? Give me some boots. Red Dragon Helm. Ooh. Take that. Bane. Magic missiles. We love magic missiles. Alright. Why did we not identify that? Cast some magic missiles. And heroism. And whatever that is. To learn properties of a magic item, you identify once the item is at your employee. Highest Arcana check. Okay, so we need a vendor. Oh, well, I wasn't going to talk yet, but okay, let's do it. Hey, wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission, I get that. And I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action, but here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Everything seems so clear so far. What else do you want to discuss? You want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You? What? No. Your test is far too important. You can't just hold up here all cozy like waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need you to fight them. But if the freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? What do you think demons will attack next? Guess as good as mine. Might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand. They're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you got any business that needs to be taken care of, you better do it soon. Things seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? So the rift that damn beetle left with its gift. Yeah. Well, it cut the city into two. And it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts told me there's a halfway decent place set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried to make it sure. Not that any of them tried it to make sure. Okay. But if you got a mind to go across, I think you're going to have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once-over. Thank you for the warning. See you later. Right. And oh, by the way, I was rummaging through my stash and found something useful in my old life, so to speak. Here's a little gift. From one rogue to another. Might come in handy. Later. Watch yourself out there. Oh, well, you're so nice. Ooh, but now I can scribe, yeah. Invisibility. Ay, Chihuahua. See, this is... I can't get rid of it. That's why I keep hitting escape. So I'd have to info on that. Like, I just want to click somewhere and have it go away. But it's not doing that. Camille Hawes. Strange figure over the bar, blah blah blah, milky white. He's a dude. Say, what'll it be? Lore, religion, check past. The medallion you're wearing. That's a sacred symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Callian? I'm a tavern keeper. Best in the city. Best has ever been. And I pray to the best god there is. Alright, show me what you have. Bro. Bulk selling. Masterwork. And non-magical. Wait, I don't think I need any of this stuff, right? Let's keep them in cold irons. Oh, it automatically identified it? Oh, that's nice. Potions, 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 potions. Let's get a recipe. Small bag of holding. Dark Omen. Gloves of the Neophyte. I mean, that's not bad. Don't really plan on casting a bunch of spells, but still. I mean, I'm never using this, right? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna guess no. I'll keep it. I will keep it. Okay. So now we get a +2 bonus. Nice. Info. Info. But isn't heroism like 10 minutes per level? Because that would be sick. Alright, so we still got a little bit of money. Need to talk to all the peoples. Need to go for another hour or so. So I can start cooking some food. Does he actually summon it, or? Where's my little pet? No. It's alright. Ah! I liked it better the way it was. No, go back. Alright, is there anything we want to save? Yeah, let's save this stuff. Gonna need to carry that with us. Barabar. Alright, so the game plan is
Focus on the goal.
let's talk to some folks. Then we'll level up, save, and figure out what we're doing with our lives. Let's talk to old Punch him in the nose. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high crumbling walls are still holding back fast, but whose empty, lightless windows made it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the gray garrison. Name is Santon Vane. If you've just heard rumors about me, his face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile grimaces. Just know, everything people say about me, it's true. I need to talk to an elf who calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? The Storyteller? Strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort. He just listened. At first I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. But later, I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's still alive and well. He's completely blind. And feeble too. So if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved that place. He would sit there day and night. Wow, what do people say about you there? Say I'm a traitor, as bad as Arilu Vorlesh. Yet I'm a disgrace, even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Galfe should never have spared me. They belong on the gallows. Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in a fortress on the edge of the world moon instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold on the moon, the mighty, unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tired. I was tried, excuse me. They wanted to execute me, and rightfully so, but the queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I've done. So that's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. As you can see, I've fixed nothing. I've earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? I wouldn't be surprised. So do we, I hope you earn your forgiveness. Some lawful stuff. Some chaotic stuff. Or some evil stuff. We're not really evil. So that's not my place. Who knows what I've done to your shoes? Really? Well, that's something, I suppose. A whole city fell because of you. How is that possible? What do you mean, how? If you don't trust the word of the condemned, go ask somebody else. Like my little brother Jordan. And if you still don't believe it, what's it to me? But if you ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, I don't. So many years in the condemned. Surely you paid your penance by now. It's not for me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. The condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I've prayed to Tord for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. Altar. If only for the father of Dwarvenkind would answer my prayers just once, not to restore what I've lost, but to tell me that I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption? This guy's got a sob story. You don't really have any friends. I couldn't have survived this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not stalled in day. Commander Tierabade seems to be the only person in the whole army that remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about me taking me into battle. She's had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. Have to go. Come on then, maybe we'll see each other again. Yeah, you're fun.
Never stop learning.
Alright, Camellia. Greetings. Tell me about yourself. You know more about me than you already do? Why? I talk to the spirits of this tormented land and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons. And I swear that you can rely on me on this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Where'd you learn to wield the rapier so well? I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I am the most diligent student. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Ah, my little trinket. So nice of you to notice, but I assure you, this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to useless things? Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversation, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. I mean, I'm not done. Your speech tells me you are of noble birth. You're most insightful. A fine quality to have. Forgive me my questions disturb you. I cannot resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I will stop bothering you immediately if my talk upsets you. Well, I suppose we all have our good and bad. Well, that's a beautiful lady. Not at all. Our conversation is an exquisite delight. You don't belong at my party. Okay, well, I have to go. We'll talk later. I won't keep you. Okay. Alright then. M'lady. Here, take this. It's 2,000 coins. Take your payment and remember that Horgus Guerum always keeps his word. You want me to get to the surface? I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. What do you mean, a job for someone like me? For an adventurer, ready to sell their soul for booze and then lie down in a trunk in the gutter. Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps, a noble of heart, but without coin to your name. You seem reliable. You seem a reliable enough ally to me. And you did get me out of those Mongol caves. So why should I care what you do with the money once you've got it? Perception. Ooh. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. And I see that you're refraining from such statements in the future. Blah, blah, blah. What does the job involve? What kind of rewards are we talking about? What kind of rewards are we talking about? 1,000 coins. Double the reward and I'll think about it. Oh, haha, yeah, right. For that kind of money, I could hire a Queen Guffer yourself. So what does the job involve? How much did I fill it by? I rolled a 1? It still would have been high, but come on, man. What does this job involve? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have no good reason to return to my mansion here, and you see, I have good reason, excuse me. I still have, well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in a wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city I tried to get inside one way or another. I should have imagined the state it's in now. With little hope that my guards were able to hold on the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I ask you to meet me at my mansion and guard me until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they have no desire to set foot outside the tavern. Damn cowards and traitors. That's what they are. Also, please, do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She's a noble birth after all. Yep, deal. Marvelous, most excellent. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand. But do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward. The last chapter to complete this quest, or it will fail. So I need to do all these side quests, basically. What does the V stand for? That it's done? Yeah, okay. Well, alright, so we don't need those.
Watch out for trouble.
No. Who are you? Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those whose talents lie off the battlefield. Yernog. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing? I only took my holy orders recently, so my God has only bestowed me a little power onto me. Sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tower is far beyond my power to heal. But there is reason, people say. Have faith in the gods. Look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. Are you from around here? No. I was passing through Canterbury, so sailing down that old man of ours, the Great Salin River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I haven't landed in the city on the eve of a festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself. I ended up in the city longer than I bargained for. Chili Creek. Where's that? It's a small fishing village, not even marked on some maps. The people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for a good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial. And the world wound is a stone's throw away, so I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my God and my people. Once we've held Kinebris, I'll be going there, and if by the grace of the good gods we all survive this, you should come visit me sometime. Find the village there, on the bank of the river. We got it on your map. Aren't you, a young, inexperienced cleric, afraid to go to the border of the world wound? I won't lie, I'm afraid. But what can I do? The villagers are simple people like you and me. Every day their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. It's exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me like the elves or some other races do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel the world. I could use the help of a cleric. Oh, Eshel knows I'll be glad to help you. But it's of no use. My spells are depleted. I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. I have to go. Okay. Suppose it could be worse. Who else wants to chit chat? Lon? Oh god. Here for a chat? I've been waiting for you to come to see what strange beast you've taken into your party. What do you think of life on the surface? It will be very different from life underground. Oh, of course. As far as living conditions, the surface is definitely a better place to be. It's easier to get good food, water, not to mention build a house and even grow a few things. An older, well, how does he know all this? We just came out of a hole. In older, well-established settlements, you don't have to deal with anything scarier than rats or maybe foxes stealing chickens. For the kind you live, as for the kind of lives you live, I heard a story about a demon worship abducting a whole family and sacrificing them one by one while the others watch. Jesus. But there were some brave crusader knights nearby, and they killed the villain and saved everybody. I heard another story. A young blacksmith lost his arm in a fire. Couldn't work to feed his wife and baby. They tried their best and lived hand to mouth, but they were still destitute. And in the end, the desperate blacksmith robbed a traveler one night on the road. But there's some brave Consider Knights nearby, and they caught the robber and threw him in prison. Not long after that, the wife smothered their baby in hungers. And what the... Up here, the same person could probably say he's protecting the innocent from demons, and then look the other way while the same innocent starves just because they were born into a poor family. The queen prolongs her life with sun orchid elixirs that cost enough to feed an entire city. Back in our caves, everyone is equally poor. And if one person starves, the whole tribe starves. We don't abandon our own in times of trouble. That's the power of the tribe. The laws of the surface are made so that some get everything and others get nothing. I might just be a naive fool from the caves, but I don't understand how it's possible to have so much more and share so much less. Anyway, look who I'm talking to. You must know life on the surface better than I do. Okay. Get the good, I never leave a needed person in trouble. I've been given more than most, which means I'm now more able to help others. We're struggling in our very survival against the abyss. No time to up in society in a quest of fairness. Oh yes, I also have a few questions for our feckless aristocrat. Stop whining, I clawed my own way up. And just anyone can do the same. I didn't choose the family. I didn't choose what family I was born into. I just live with what I got. Bro, that's what it is. This world and its laws came long before us, that's true. I'm glad we got a chance to talk about this. I hope you won't hold it against me. I want to protect people from demons, not lecture them. It's just that sometimes I can't help it. Yeah, you talk too much, bro. I want to know more about you. Let me get your first question. Can you wear a hat with your wanton horn? Am I right? You speak calmly much better than the rest of your tribe. Mongrels have short lifespans, but you don't look like you're getting older or dying. How old are you? I'm as old as I look, no surprises there, but I remember Soul, he's 10 years older than me. I remember him back when he was a fearless warrior, and day by day I watched him turn into an old man. Him and my father. It happens very quickly. First you missed a shot because you didn't see the target as clear as you used to. You think it's because your eyes are tired. You tell yourself it'll get better tomorrow. Then you notice you're having trouble breathing, climbing is harder than before. Your fingers stop bending. You have to tie your sword to your hand. You can't even put on your greaves without help. When you're washing your face in the stream, sometimes you catch a sight of a gray-haired, wrinkled old man you don't recognize. And this goes on until one day you come across the cave beast and you realize you can't outrun it. My dad kept diaries marking all the signs. And I saw it too. The last year, I had to help him get out of bed, help him dress, reminding him to eat. Sometimes he forgot my name. I told him that we should have stayed on the surface. He joked and dodged. And he joked that dodging a goddess was behavior unworthy of a crusader. He meant Pharasma. Every morning I wake up and check how I feel, but there's no sign yet. Even so, I don't know how much time. I need to do something useful before I forget why I came here. Let's talk about Windwag. Sure? Alright. Let's talk about your connection. My connection? I mean, where do I start? We grew up together, trained together. She was the chief's daughter. She was groomed to be the best all her life. And then I came along. We were rivals, but we dragged each other out of tight spots too. I've always been drawn to the grand heroic gestures. Sometimes idiotic ones. Whereas Windu liked to roam unexplored passages, find new caves, and making maps. She wanted to be a great huntress, the one who'd make it through the maze shield, but instead it'd be better if she died. The death of a friend is painful, but watching a friend become a shadow of her former self is unbearable. She doesn't think she's a shadow of her former self, bro. Of course, she thinks she did everything right, because the second she starts to doubt herself, she'll have to face the truth, to admit that she's just a cannibal that demons use as they wish. She wants to get stronger and stronger, but for what? I'll never understand her what drives her. Were you just friends, or were you more than that? Yeah, you really don't pull your punches, do you? There was a time when I asked myself the same question. She knew me better than anyone. She understood me better than anyone. She was the first girl I ever, but we never loved each other. Maybe I could have grown to love her. But it always seems like she never understood what love was. Maybe she wasn't capable of those kinds of feelings. Well, thanks. I found out everything I wanted to know. You speak common much better than the rest of your tribe. Funnily enough, common isn't all that common underground, but your observation is correct. I used to live on the surface with my parents for a while, and had a chance to learn a couple of things. The language, the fact that every peasant who sees my scaly mug screams demon and runs away. Oh, that's why he knows about the surface. I don't know if you're interested, but my mom wasn't from an underground tribe. She was a smuggler. The kind that used the dungeons of Kennebrus to secretly move and store goods. One time, two gangs couldn't agree on how to share a prime cut. Got into a fight, and the winners threw the losers down the hole, dead and living alike. My dad went to check if the corpses have anything useful on them, and he found a girl from the surface, barely clinging to life. An incredible feeling sparked between them. Or maybe the girl just liked men with scales and a cat nose. That might be it. One way or another, he got her back on her feet, and later even left his home caves. She left her smuggling behind, and they began an honest life together. Oh. Whoa. That's the delightful story of how old land came to this world. In the next chapter, however, my family and I never stayed in one place for long. We lived sometimes on the surface, sometimes underground. We couldn't find a place to call home. Living in the caves was hard on my mom. My dad's appearance raised too many questions in Medev. They were at war against the demons, after all. In the end, my parents decided to stop making each other miserable and separated. My father and I returned to our tribe. I think the peasants screamed, "Demon!" had something to do with it. Or maybe Dad just couldn't stand life without rat tail suit. Did you come with me so you could see the surface again? No, that wasn't it. I just don't have much patience for certain types of creatures, demons I mean. If they want to destroy Kennebrus, I'll be on the side of the people they're attacking. Sounds like a poor reason to uproot your whole life. You're persistent, aren't you? Fine, you have the right to know. Did I mention I was born of a marriage between an uplander girl and a mongrel from the caves? My birth, hell take me, turned out to be a great misfortune for my parents. All because I'm relatively healthy. I'm the best thing that can come from a marriage between a cave-dwelling mongrel and anyone from the surface. A healthy child with the right number of hands and feet. No apparent defects, no missing organs, or other problems. They saw hope in me, so I risked having more children. They thought it would somehow be all right. I could have had 4 brothers. The first was born 2 years after me and died 3 years later. He didn't have a nose. Nothing even remotely resembling one. He could only breathe through his mouth. Mom and Dad were afraid to take their eyes off him for fear he'd choke or suffocate on something. But in the end, it was his weak heart that killed him. Oh, this is going to be a fun trip down memory lane. Then there was another pregnancy. At birth, I pretended I was sleeping. I snuck into my bedroom and listened into the door. All those hours. It was very strange. But I never heard the newborn scream. Mom moaning, yes. The priest praying. Then I dared to open the door a little bit and look inside. The priest stood there, very pale. One of them was holding something, a small object that fit in his palm. He asked, "Do you know what this is?" Another said, "I think it's a head." The fuck? Enough, you don't have to keep going if it hurts. Hell no, I started to tell you, and I'll make it to the end. You don't know why I followed you to the surface. Well, here's the reason. Oh, don't ask questions if you don't want answers. It turned out that this time, Mom was expecting triplets. The first of the baby was born in pieces. The other two didn't live long enough to draw their first breath. About 3 weeks later, my father took me to the caves. He didn't want to leave. I could see it in his face. But I think my mom and he decided it together. The curse of my people I've carried since the first crusade stood between them. Not to mention the 4 dead babies. Yeah. An old age was rapidly taking its toll on my father. After returning to the cave, he only lived another 4 years. So you're asking me, why did I decide to go up to the surface and join the Crusaders? Well, the answer is, I've always wanted to. I was afraid to leave my tribe. It always haunted me that I'd die in a world where 4 Crusaders could do nothing to stop the beast from the abyss, and the number of victims kept growing. I want to change that, or at least try to. And if changing things is too much to ask, then maybe a little revenge. The ones who are behind the world wound owe me a great debt. The lives of my 4 brothers, all my mother's tears, my father's broken heart, it's a lot. It's so much that killing a couple demons won't do it for me. I want to do something real, and I'm ready to pay any price. Call it a personal crusade if you like. I used to think that things would be better if I had never been born. But now I think I was born to this, to settle the score. Well, this just got deep. Would you like to find your mother? No. I don't want to meet her, not because I feel any resentment. It's just that she's a half-elf. She barely got her first gray hair, and I'll be a ramshackle old man. She's buried enough children. There's no need to make her witness the death of another one. I hope you understand. Damn. Why didn't you go up and join the Crusades before? I couldn't abandon my tribe. I'm their best hunter. They'll have it much harder without me. But now that the demons nearly destroyed Kenabres and the caves almost collapsed on our head, sitting and waiting it out just wasn't an option anymore. Anyway, I'm more useful up here than I was down there. Plus, the chief let me go, which means my debt to the tribe has been paid. I'm very sorry. Truly. Well then, I'm very lucky. I met someone who not only helped me choose the right path, but is happy to listen to my whining. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. So, can you wear a hat with your one horn? Sure can. With certain Designs don't suit me well. Found everything I want to know. Thank you. Sure thing. You said you're prepared to risk your life to do something meaningful. What exactly do you mean? To invent a new salad and have it named after me? Truth be told, I don't know. It would be much easier if all I really wanted was to kill demons. Then a few more demons. And then more demons after that. Good honest rage. And no needless brooding. I think I actually envy the warriors who can live like that. But I can't. If life's taught me anything, it's that there are no easy choices. Dying a glorious death isn't enough. Some heroes of the crusade did that and also saved entire settlements, erected the ward stones, and their actions kept the lands of Medivh safe for decades. That's what I want, for my dumb short life to have meant something. You think I have an exaggerated opinion of myself? Some scaly freak crawls out of the caves, wants to take control of the war stones and flaunt Iomede manner. Any fool can charge at the front lines of the demonic armies and die there. What good will it do? I want something meaningful, you know? Even if I have to pay the highest price. Especially if I have to pay it. There are plenty of worthier people out there who need to survive this war. Tell everyone else what nutcases we were. Holy moly. Thank you for your answers. So long. I was scared to talk to anybody. What can I do for you? Oh, show me the scrolls you're selling. Oh, yeah, you're one of those people. All the scrolls. Oh. All of the scrolls. I don't know if there's anything particular we're looking for. Braces of the Wizard. Ooh. Scroll scrubber kits. I feel like I should buy those. Well, where are the wands? Or do they fall under usable items? Lame. Lame. Oh, that's all the money for the lesser extend. Alright, we're not going to spend all the money.
your calm.
Alright, Celia. Oh god. I'd like to know more about you. Of course, as anything, honestly, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? A little bit from Gib, a little bit from Catapes, but mostly from the Knights of Iomede. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong in the ranks more than I belong to any other place. You've come to Mendev by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. Travel expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I only have 3 tales of interest, and I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I want everything to show you for when it's time to start bragging. And that just won't do, especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of a battle with chupacabras. You can't tell me with stories about fighting chupacabras and not follow through. What are chupacabras, by the way? Incredibly repulsive magical beasts, fast and dangerous. They can, well, it looks like someone's fooled me into starting a tale. I guess I'll now have to tell the whole story. Oh, here we go. Picture a small town in Qudira. And down in the dungeon there are 2 murderers waiting to be executed. Gal's already built for them. The rope's been bought. But sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly, a paladin appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they live. If they survive, that is. It's a big difference between imminent death and probable death, with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say? So here we are traveling through the desert, me and my friend, a priestess of Sarenrae, along with the little rat folk fellow who'd asked for our help, and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the rat folk village and saw their bodies laying around, all drained dry. We figured we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little rat folk described the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went in all brazen-like. The sunlight was high and the vampires couldn't attack us until dusk. But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the rat folk, and Kira. That was the name of the priestess. And we all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. And just when we thought the end had come, with the chupacabra surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, and our rat folk friends wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of those blasted monsters was clenching on Kira's shoulder right then, and we all lost hope. The other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kira. I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like, but this was it. A moment before we were lost, and a moment later, we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead, one by one. The little rat folk is reunited with his family, who is hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of the boys from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul in the journey through the afterlife. I expected a more tearful joy cheerful story. Now I'm sad. That's a good story. He could have died disgracing gallows, but instead he died a hero. And I'd fancied the stunt earned him some points in his final judgment. It's smart to remember our journey doesn't end in death. Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kira, and all the rat folk would be dead in that village. Someone told me that that kind of deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious, but at the same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras were just a good starting point. What made you become a paladin? It's a serious question and a good one. You should ask it of all your companions, but it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought, I was hired, a sword for a bit. Not the proper origin for a paladin, is it? Back then, Solku was the city of orphans, widows and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People there heard about new deaths before they finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights brought a glimmer of hope to the city. While others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up the nobles' horses and their gleaming mithril armor, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. Ha ha! A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak in the knight's camp and steal one of their mithril helms. And I was right there when the gnoll attacked the helm's holder. Academy was her name. And dealt a blow to her unprotected head. Not like all those others, she fearfully driven from the gates of Solku. That one blow was fatal. But who really was to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker or the young thief named Sila? I know what it takes to survive sometimes. I can't judge you. Even seemingly small misdeeds can have terrible consequences. Life is cruel, full of chaos. You couldn't know the consequences of your action. I can't judge you. Well, I can. I believe everyone deserves a chance at redemption, but redemption means you understand what you did and you're willing to be harder on yourself from now on. Whew. But you were asking what brought me to the ranks of the warriors. We all choose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by noble spirits, some by desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and a debt unpaid. The day Akame died protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. Then I realized it wouldn't make the world any better, and I decided that instead I'll try to take her place and become who she had been, to protect the innocents that she would no longer be able to protect. Alright, thank you. I've learned everything I want to know. Erebus said your friend Jana Aldori is missing. Do you know where we should look for her? Erebeth is worried about her fighters. That I understand. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Kennebrus a few days ago and just hit it off. We were drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too, but we got separated in the crowd. So we started looking from the main square. That's where I saw her last. Jana's a good fighter. Even if she's green, she could have become an Eldori otherwise. Couldn't have. I hope that means she's alright. What do you think of what's going on in Kennebrus? It's complete chaos. It's lucky we were here to handle it, right? Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem blasé. Many good people and our protector, Tenor-Dev, died here in Kennebrus. A paladin of Iomade is expected to be properly respected and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better if we hold off grief until we've driven the last demon and cultists from our city. Not bothered by how you talk. What matters is how you fight. Now you're talking sense. Well, you can trust in my sword. Is fighting demons all you want, or are you looking for something more? How about covering myself in glory and becoming a hero of 100 ballads, or at least a dozen, if they're lively ones? Anyway, to be more serious, the area around the world wound is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defeat the weak and serve good. Oh, defend. Being part of the crusade is reward enough for me. There's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and the other orders are focused on just one aim: the war against the Whirlwind. That is why they can sometimes overlook the smaller things, ordinary misfortunes, you know. I always liked being a wandering knight because at any moment I could get up and help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped, or an old woman whose favorite dog had gone missing. So here's my answer. I don't have some big important goal, but I'll be happy to help those who need it. A little bit here and there. Thank you for speaking to me. Until next time. Until next time, indeed. That's where we're going to leave it. Alrighty. Was a good one. Lots of reading. Hui! My voice is exhausted. Alright, we'll see you next time.